Want some chicken today? My name is Michael. And today we have some awesome news for you, BF Youth at 4. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, today's stories. Your mom is here with your ointment. No, okay, alright. Anyways, with our fake news, Fortnite has released a new Tiger King skin. I'm excited. Joe Exotic, Tigers, Harold Bask. Now we're gonna turn into Colby. Treat. Colby. What else am I doing now?
Good afternoon, folks. This is Cole B reporting live from the Great Ping Pong Arena here in Bryan College Station. I am bringing you this exclusive interview of one of the most beloved ping pong players of our generation. Nay, ping pong players in the entire history of ping pong. This guy is phenomenal and amazing, and literally there has not been a single person who has not expressed admiration for this guy. And guys, guess what? I have been granted an exclusive real-time interview with this guy. And this guy is going to bless us with some knowledge and some wisdom about ping pong. Sir, are you ready?
Oh, sure.
Hi, I'm Cole B.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. I just want to take a minute, and can you express to your fans what is really going on after you won your 17th million consecutive ping pong tournament championship?
You know, that's just a number to me. I don't really see that number as a statement of who I am. I think who I am is a dude.
You heard it here, folks, a dude. So can you give us some insight, some wisdom, maybe some secret sauce to how you became such an incredible, beloved ping pong player where not a single person in the entire world does not love you?
100%. Dedication, effort, respect. You
Forrest Gump! Someone catch him! Catch him! Someone catch him! Folks, I just don't know what happened. I don't understand this. The most beloved ping pong player of all time was just attacked live during this broadcast. Let's check in to see how he's doing.
Huh?
Oh my God. Let me get on this side so you can hear me.
Oh, hey.
How are you doing? What was that? I am flabbergasted by what just happened. Let me see. What? Oh. Are you okay? Back to you, Michael.
It's totally fine. With our real news, but fake news, Marvel has released an unlimited amount of their popular comic books. Spider-Man, X-Men, She-Man. Who is He-Man? Why are we here, man? Now, with our another story, in our another segment, here's Meg Hand.
Thanks, Michelle. So my name is Meg H. and I'm here on the set of Dancing with the Stars. So this season's theme was Top Touchdown Dances, where the contestants were asked to give us their best touchdown dances. And the final 2 is next week. So I'm bringing the final 2 to you live today. So first, we have Gregory, looks like the cinnamon stick on the cover of the Applejack cereal box, Mendoza. What's up, Greg?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Okay.
I'm good, yeah.
Awesome. So can you show us your dance, please?
Oh, yeah. Here, this is gonna be a winner, all right? So it starts off with this, because you have to catch the football, right? You score, Heisman, spin it, and then you're gonna do a little crisscross action, and then you're gonna go. Yeah, pretty simple.
Incredible. Do you have a name for that dance?
It's the Applejack dance.
The Applejack dance. Can you show us one more time for the audience?
Yeah, I got you. Catch the ball, gotta score, important. Spin it, then you do a little crisscross action. Then, right there.
You saw it here first, folks. Gregory looks like the cinnamon stick on the front of the Applejack cereal box, Mendoza. So next, we have our other contestant competing for first place. We have Ryan Wannabe Reynolds Williams. Can you come show us your dance, please?
Oh, what up?
Oh, we got a little competitiveness going on. This is
I thought we beat you in the playoffs last year, dude.
your dances. Anyways, how are you?
I'm cheesy.
Okay, can you show us your dance, please?
Yeah. So, here's how it starts. First, they throw me the long bomb because I got the wheels and I'm burning every cornerback anyways, but I get it. Oh. Tiptoe in the end zone. Look at him. Say, ha! Throw the ball away. Go pick up a sign. And it says, you suck. And finish it off with the Superman.
Thank you. Do you have a name for this dance?
Yeah, it's called the Sucky Superman.
Okay, can we see it one more time for the audience?
Yeah, of course. Here we go. Quarterback throws me the long ball. Oh, one-handed. You suck. Wait, hold up. You suck.
Wonderful. Can we get both of our contestants back up here, people? So now we want to hear from you. They're going to be competing next week to see who's going to be the champion of touchdown dances from their hard work all season on Dancing with the Stars. So I'm going to give each contestant a few seconds to tell you why you should vote for them.
Because I'm the best. I win, and I never lose. Winners win, losers lose.
Losers lose, that's right. All right, do you have anything to say as to why they should vote for you?
Yeah. I woke up this morning and I ate Frosted Flakes because they're great. So that means I already won.
Cereal is a determining factor here, folks. So we want to know. Let us know down below in the comments, who do you think had the better touchdown dance? Ryan Wannabe Reynolds Williams or Greg looks like the cinnamon on the front of the Applejack cereal box, Mendoza? Back to you, Michelle. Oh my gosh, call my manager.
It's Michael with a K. Okay, last story, fake story. Your food is getting cold. It's not getting cold. Check your microwave. It may be sitting in there still. Anyways, Spider-Man 3 is happening, and it's animated, collaborating with Madagascar. The title is called Madagascar Spider-Man 3 Escape to Africa. We have just received reports that Colby is still on the crime scene with the infamous Rion Williams. Colby.
Thank you, Michael. I'm here live with this developing story of our most beloved ping pong player was brutally attacked. Sir, excuse me. I saw you around here earlier. Do you happen to know anything that happened here? Did you see who happened to do this to our beloved ping pong player?
No, sir, I do not.
Well, there you go, Michael. Still developing. Stay tuned for updates on this developing story that is still developing and currently developing. Developing.
What? You didn't do what?
Howdy. If you don't know me, my name is Colby and I lead the Guides 8th grade small group. I am so excited to be visiting with you guys today. It has been a hot minute since I've had an opportunity to do this, and I have thoroughly missed it. As we get started today, I want to talk about a conversation that all of us are bound to have at least one time in our lives over the next 20 years. And that is trying to describe to someone who was born after the year 2020 what we're currently experiencing with the coronavirus. I mean, think about trying to explain to your children someday what it was like that everything is happening right now. I mean, when you look at trying to explain to them how awkward it was to basically go on spring break and never return. Enjoying a 5-month summer is going to be something that I'm sure they'll be interested in hearing about. Or imagine trying to tell them about how we weren't able to do the things that we have grown accustomed to and love doing, such as attending birthday parties and concerts and Brazos Fellowship Youth, and just generally the things that are public events. Imagine convincing them that they were all canceled. Or imagine telling them and getting them to believe you when you talk about how sports just basically vanished. I mean, I know one day I was waiting and excitedly anticipating Major League Baseball's opening day, and here I am just 2 months later, still waiting. And now they're talking about having games with no fans. It's going to be something that is completely unprecedented and never seen before. Imagine telling them and getting them to believe you when you talk about not being able to hang out with your friends that you've known for years, and how it's recommended that you stay socially distant from every other person that's not your immediate family, and that hugging is discouraged, which for me is extremely difficult to endure right now. Imagine how hard it'll be for them to believe that something this life-changing occurred in your lifetime, and that you were actually here to witness it. Luckily for you and for me, it's not up to us alone to explain this. We're not the ones that are required to make sure the next generation is learning from this. It won't be us to explain what is going on. Luckily, there are countless articles being written about what is occurring and what is happening right now. Every news station is basically covering this, and I'm pretty sure due to boredom, everybody and their mom is starting a podcast right now, so future generations will have those to reference to as well. Guys, this living history is being recorded for future generations to learn what happened. You know, thinking about those conversations with people who are not around to experiencing it, and the words that I would use to explain what is happening is challenging for me. When I think about the doubt that my grandchildren will have someday when I try and tell them about the great toilet paper shortage of 2020, I can't imagine the looks on their faces that they're gonna give me with the disbelief they have, with the doubt that they're gonna experience with the words that I share with them. And you know, guys, this kind of doubt that I think about future generations are gonna have about what we're experiencing during our lifetime reminds me of another doubt that I've experienced before. And it's one that you might have experienced too. Those doubts that I'm referring to are ones that I've experienced while reading this, the stories that I have incurred here. Guys, to be honest with you, when I first read about how Jesus turned water into wine, I didn't believe it. When I learned that he fed 5,000 people with basically a Lunchable, I was like, no way, bro. That's not possible. When someone told me that he died a tragic death for me, my first thought was, why would he do that? And you know, maybe you've had doubts like these too. Maybe you've read or heard some of these stories from this book and you found them hard to believe. Maybe you asked yourself, how do I know one guy all those years ago just didn't make this stuff up? Guys, I want you to know that these doubts, these concerns are the very reason why God had the books in the Bible written in the first place, why he protected them and had him shared with every generation all over the world for all of these years. Did you know that this is not just one book, but it's actually a collection of 66 books written by over 40 different authors? Did you know that these collections of stories is the most popular selling book of all time? Over the last 50 years alone, there have been 3.9 billion copies sold around the world. That's billion with a B. Now, I Bible nerded out on y'all for a minute there to make this point. There is a reason why something that happened over 2,000 years ago, the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, is still being talked about, learned about, and experienced to this day. Guys, that kind of staying power doesn't happen unless God's hands are on it. I mean, think about other things just in your lifetime that have come and gone. I remember talking to my guys about this game called Fortnite for hours at a time, and now it seems like this thing has completely dried up and evaporated, like it never even existed. Or who else remembers things like Visco Girls and Hydro Flask and Scrunchies? When was the last time any of that was actually talked about? See, guys, all these things were super popular not even 6 months ago, and now it seems like these things that were such a big part of our lives never even existed. And here we are, thousands of years after the story of Jesus was recorded, still talking about him. Why is that? What is it about these stories that have just existed time after time after time? It's because of what Peter experienced. It's because of what Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John witnessed and shared with us. We're still talking about this because these are recorded accounts of God working in these people's lives. Guys, this book is not powerful because of the book itself. It's powerful because of the author's experiences that they've shared with us. One of the authors in this book that I want to introduce to is a guy named Paul. See, Paul gives us insight to a letter that he wrote to his friend Timothy. See, Paul is an author of several books in the Bible, and in his letter to Timothy, he is writing to encourage his friend during a time of challenge and uncertainty. See, Paul says in 2 Timothy 3:16 and 17, every part of Scripture is God-breathed and useful one way or another, showing us truth, exposing our rebellion, correcting our mistakes, training us to live God's way. Through the Word, we are put together and shaped up for the task that God has for us. I love what Paul says here because he makes two powerful points about why the stories in this book matter to us. The first one is that the Scripture is here to show us truth, to expose our rebellion, correct us, and train us up to be the people that God has planned for us to be all along. The second point is that he says that it is God-breathed, meaning that he gave life to these words, to these stories, to these experiences that are shared with us. That means that he guided and cultivated and challenged these writers to share the stories that we've learned about all of these years. I mean, think about how many countless writings have made bestseller list after bestseller list after bestseller list, but yet are never talked about again after their 15 minutes of fame has come and gone. And here we are, over 2,000 years later, still learning and growing and changing the world because of what we learn from these authors and their stories. We don't read the Bible because it's the Bible. We read what is in the Bible because it is a tool for growing our relationship with the man that it is written about, Jesus Christ. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to listen to Paul, and I want you to listen to Peter, and I want you to hear what Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John have to say, not because of what they have to say is in this book, but because of what they experienced. The life-changing event that was Jesus' death and resurrection. In our small group, we like to wrap up our small group meetings with the thing called a hot take. And basically, it's one point that our guys can walk away with from that day's message. And as we wrap up today, I want to leave you with a hot take from today's message. Guys, that hot take is that the words, the books, and the author in the Bible matter not because they're contained within this book, but because they teach us about the greatest event in our history, the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. As you go to group today, I want you to think about this. What stories in the Bible do you find hard to believe? Let me pray. Dear God, we thank you so much for today, for technology, for just the ability to still come together in these unique and unwitnessed times. God, we ask that you continue just to guide us and motivate us to still learn what you're teaching us through this time period. God, I ask that you guide our conversations in small group and just give us the words and the wisdom and most importantly, the courage to just speak up about what we're feeling and experiencing right now. In your son's holy name we pray. Amen. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I love each and every one of you, and I pray that you have a fantastic week and that you continue just to seek his wisdom and his knowledge. Bye.
Another news. Greg licked your food.
What? Cut it.
Anyways, alright. I hope you enjoyed the videos. So now we're gonna go in a small group. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and potentially throw up.
I think it's fun.